Good afternoon, how are we all doing? Heidi from HDBody&Mind here. Wanted to jump online today and just see how you're all doing. It's Mental Health Week. How are you all doing? We're locked down. We've been locked down for, how long is it? I can't even remember how long it's been. I don't even know if we're on week 8. Are we on week 10? It feels like we're on week 110 to be fair. But how are you getting on? How have you coped with this? Did you struggle in the beginning? Have you learnt coping mechanisms along the way? Or are you still really struggling? For me, losing my sister, what are we now, 4 years nearly, 4 years ago, it taught me that I had to learn some coping mechanisms for life because I wasn't coping. I was struggling. My whole world had broken. I was a mess. So I had to really look at myself, and yeah, these things just come to make you stronger. And it wasn't just the fact of my sister dying. That just highlighted that actually I wasn't the strongest person that I wanted to be. To be fair, however strong you are, someone dying that's close to you is going to knock you off your feet anyway. But it really just highlighted that I had so many other issues in life that I felt I needed to address if I wanted to go on and live the best life that I could live, because it taught me that life is so short. And for me to live the life that I wanted to live, I needed to become more confident, become okay in my own skin. One thing my sister showed me, she didn't give a fuck what people thought of her. She didn't give a toss what she looked like in certain outfits. She just rocked her. And I always aspired to be her, but just couldn't be her. When we'd go on holidays, she was the one that found 10,000 friends. I was the one that looked on. I looked on so desperately, wanting to go and join them, wanting to go and play, and just couldn't. Don't ask me why, I just couldn't. Even with my mum saying, come on Heidi, go and play, look what fun they're having. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't even say hi. I just stayed by my mum's side, mum and dad's side, on holiday, not really enjoying myself. And I just didn't know how to enjoy myself. So I knew I wanted to be more like her. So when she went and I didn't have her support, I thought, fuck, what do I do now? So I knew I had to find this inner confidence that she had, that I so desperately wanted. So I knew I needed to work on myself. I wasn't really sure what I needed to do, so I just started YouTubing how to gain confidence. I'd already been training in the gym quite hard. I pushed myself further in the gym, thinking that that was going to help. But all it did was just covered. It just masked the pain that I was feeling. But for now, it helped. So I carried on listening to YouTube and podcasts on confidence, on losing someone. And I really focused on how I was feeling. I then came across Champions of Mind. Joining a mindset group, it gave me the accountability that I needed. It gave me someone pushing me. It gave me someone actually telling me, you're broken. You need to fix yourself. I needed to hear that. It was harsh hearing someone tell me that you're basically broken. How have you let yourself get in that state? But I needed to hear it because at 40 I thought, this guy's right. I am broken. How have I allowed so much to get into me throughout life and let it affect me to the point that I now don't have any confidence within myself? I look like I would be really confident, but inside, I so wasn't. And this is something that stemmed from a youngster, which I've had to really look into and see why I am that way. Sometimes we're just made that way, but I think sometimes we are nurtured or we allow things to get into our mind and we just don't really think we're good enough. So it really did take me working on myself daily, and it is still a daily process now. It's not something that you can just do every so often. So I listen to daily podcasts. I work on myself. I allow myself an hour each day for meditation, for breath work. I read books. Books that are going to help me push forward in life. Books that are going to help me with business. I think being a bit more successful in business and actually with my confidence using it for what I want to do for my passion has actually made me in return more confident within myself. Because every time you show up for yourself, and every time you do that daily task that you've promised yourself you're going to do, it makes you feel that little bit stronger, that little bit more confident. You have that faith in yourself and you know, I can do this. So that is what I do. I think in life, we're all going to struggle and we all have a past. But if you live in the past, you just can't move forward. You do have to just let the past go and realise that you can't change it. So what's the point in living there? Live in the now. Don't even worry about the future. Just live for today and just keep working on yourself. Like you work on your body, or for me, like I work on my body and I train my muscles, I realised it was my brain that I needed to train. So like daily, I train for my body. Daily, I train for my mindset. And I now have got myself to that position when I'm struggling, or when I have that, not struggling, when I have those thoughts, because I still have those bad thoughts. I still have those thoughts where I'm like, oh, I'm not really good enough. Oh, I can't really do this. Oh God, I'm not going to be able to do this. This is going to fail. This is going to go wrong. I am aware of those thoughts. And I now know how to deal with those thoughts. And that's what it is. It's becoming aware of yourself and knowing that actually there is no limits and that you can do whatever you want to do. Have a fantastic day.